Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to unbox a brand new Raspberry Pi Pico, and I ordered it from Robu.in. So one thing I want to tell you about Robu that I like their packaging. These boxes are pretty strong and we can reuse them after removing all the things. So now let me cut the seal and we have to remove our electronics components. So first of all, see, that's how it's opening. Beautiful box. So in the beginning there is this paper, I guess. Yeah, this is the money receipt, and then there is this bubble wrap. Fine. So first of all there is this micro USB cable that is free with the Raspberry Pi. Then these are some component I ordered for my other projects. So there comes the Raspberry Pi Pico. So let me remove all these things and let me cut this and okay, so this wire is almost half meter, I guess. Not bad, I guess it's fine. So then let's cut this packaging of Raspberry Pi Pico, and the packaging is actually very nice. I like the packaging as well. So let me open it. Okay, so first of all these are some header pins that we need to solder in our Raspberry Pi. Oh wow, that's a nice packaging actually. Remember the KitKat, the big KitKat boxes, they used to come in such plastic tray. Yeah, this look like the same. Okay, so now let's remove the upper layer. I wish I had that nail. Okay, so here it comes, the Raspberry Pi. Wow, that's so nice, that's small. So this is the Raspberry Pi Pico, the first ever microcontroller that is created by Raspberry Pi. So see, this is so small and compact. Wow. So this small device is the first ever microcontroller created by Raspberry Pi. Previously there were some other devices like Raspberry Pi Zero, Raspberry Pi 4. All these things are microcomputers, but this one specifically is a microcontroller. And the RP2040 microcontroller is used inside this whole board, and this chip is created by Raspberry Pi company itself. So there are 40 pins in this uh, board for input and output interfacing, and there is one specific thing. There is some inbuilt temperature sensor that I found actually very interesting, so I would like to talk about that as well. So there are the 3 pins for debugging as well, so we can debug it from output side. And I have this Node MCU for comparison, and one Arduino Nano as well. So you can compare the size of Raspberry Pi with the Node MCU as well as Arduino Nano. So in the Node MCU there is this inbuilt Wi-Fi chip, but in case of Arduino Nano or Raspberry Pi Pico there is no such inbuilt Wi-Fi or Bluetooth option. But there is some sort of, I heard that there is some temperature sensor is inbuilt inside this Raspberry Pi Pico. So I found that thing is very interesting. So now one more thing is, in the Node MCU or the Nano, the pin numbers were written on the top, but in case of Raspberry Pi Pico the pin numbers were written in the back. So this can be a problem, I think, because whenever I will implement the board in some breadboard like this, so during the interfacing of devices it will be easier to know me which pin number I am connecting. But in case of Raspberry Pi, how can I know that in which pin I am connecting? So for that I have to refer to an external diagram of the Raspberry Pi. So now I'm going to take these header pins and I will solder it in the Raspberry Pi. So let's do it now. So the soldering is done, and now I'm going to connect the Raspberry Pi with a computer. For that you can see here there is this white button. So click on that white button and then connect the USB cable, then remove your hand. So as you can see right here, in the computer you can see your Raspberry Pi as a storage device. So go and open the folder, and there you can see two files. So click on that index, then the web page will open in front of you, and that will redirect you to the Raspberry Pi official website. See RP2040 based all the microcontrollers available, and going down, welcome to RPi. So okay, here you can see the documentation of Raspberry Pi, and you can see the datasheet of Raspberry Pi Pico RP2040. All the datasheets are very nice, and you will need it for your help. So now going to the next part. So here you can see about Raspberry Pi Pico. So these are some of the things written over here, and you can read all of it. Oh wow, see here, there is this temperature sensor part. See, I was saying now there is some inbuilt temperature sensor as well. Okay, so we will check that. And going to the MicroPython, we are going to program it using MicroPython, or we can do it with C++, but we are going to do it with MicroPython today. So you have to download this UF2 file, and when we will click on the download, it will be downloaded automatically, and it's a small file. So you just have to drag and drop that file inside the RP2 folder. So just drag it and drop it inside. So then you can see it will copy that file, and automatically it will be converted into a microcontroller. So see, now it's not showing in the storage section. So as I said, we can program the microcontroller using MicroPython or C++. So for the MicroPython programming, the Raspberry Pi says that Thony Python IDE is the best compatible one for that MicroPython programming. So I have downloaded and installed the Thony Python IDE. So let me open that one. So here you can see in the right hand side corner, it is written Python 3.7.9. So this option, click on here, and you can see MicroPython Raspberry Pi Pico. Okay, choose this one to work with Raspberry Pi Pico and MicroPython programming. See, it's changed the settings as well. But if you belongs to such a user like Windows 7, if you are using Windows 10 or Linux, then it is there is no problem for you. You can do it in this way. But if you are a Windows 7 user, then the Raspberry Pi Pico will not show in your computer. So for that thing, you have to download one driver externally, and you have to install that driver in your C drive, as well as by going to the device manager you can do that. So let me show you that file actually. Let me go to my computer, local disk C. Here in the drivers you can see RPi Pico. This is the driver. Okay, I will give the link for this driver in the description. You can check that out, and you have to install this one in the Raspberry Pi. And one more thing is okay, let me close this one, and I'll open up the Thony Python IDE again. Okay, so now let's do one coding, and we have to do the MicroPython. We can write our code here, and this code for temperature sensor output, the inbuilt temperature sensor in the Raspberry Pi Pico. Okay, so as you can see, this code is actually very compact. There is like 17 line of codes, and that too there are spaces in between, and there are some comments applied. So the code is almost like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, all 10 lines of code are there only. It's so easy comparing to Arduino. So now let's run this code. So there, this option will show to computer or to Raspberry Pi Pico. So definitely we have to save to Raspberry Pi Pico, then also the code will run. But I will suggest that as well as save the code in the computer, because in case you will reboot your Raspberry Pi or something, then the code will be lost. So it's better that you have save a copy of the code in the computer as well. So for now, let me choose the Raspberry Pi Pico, and we will save the code. File name, okay, temperature temp.py, because it is a Python code. Now click on this OK, And in the output section you can see the temperature is showing, that is 34, 33, okay, 32.66. so that's how the device is showing the temperature to us. Oh, that's nice. So that's about all about our today's video, and I just wanted to try this Raspberry Pi, and in next videos I will try to make some more projects or some more tutorials about this Raspberry Pi. So stay tuned, and if you like this tutorial then don't forget to click on the like button, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for instant notifications. So see you in the next one. Till then, be cool, work smart.